Hello and welcome back, guys, to the post-match review of game week 22, Arsenal versus Manchester City. Okay, we'll come back to that later. See, this game, if I have to put an analogy for this game was like Manchester United versus Manchester City 2 to 3 seasons back. Okay, where Manchester United was the big daddy. Even though things were not going quite well for them, they still had big hitters, and the name itself, Manchester United, the name itself was bigger than Manchester City, and somehow or the other they ended up beating Manchester City. Now, today was, or rather yesterday, was the exact example of the Big Daddy approach, where in the starting 10-20 minutes I was like, what is happening? This does not seem like a title decider. We have seen how two top teams who are competing fight. We have seen Manchester City versus Liverpool, but there was quite a difference from those matches compared to this match. This match, City were like, okay, we may beat Arsenal, we may not beat Arsenal. Excuse me. We may beat Arsenal or we may not beat Arsenal. It's irrespective. Pep would have already told his players, even if you lose against Arsenal, take it from me that Arsenal are going to drop points from now till the end of the season. So the only thing that matters is whether you are going to win the rest of the matches at the remaining of the season. So they just treated this just as any other match, and Ian Wright quite succinctly analogized the whole game. He was like, he gave an anecdote from his life. There was a table tennis player who was better than Ian Wright. So Ian Wright never beat that man at table tennis, and that man, he never played like his A+ game. He never played his A+ game. He always played his regular game, nothing too flashy. But he always said that, Ian, I'll always beat you because I'm better than you. And it was then up to Ian to come up with something, and the guy that proposed that he was better than Ian always capitalized on the mistakes of Ian and ended up winning. And it was such an interesting point made by Ian Wright, such an interesting anecdote to emphasize what exactly happened. Something very similar that happened in this match, where Manchester City are like, we know you are doing good, but let's not kid ourselves. You are never at our level, because we all know how good Manchester City can get, and the only reason Manchester City are not playing because they don't see a threat. They are not threatened by anyone. So they are like, we'll take it chill. We can beat anyone if we want to, but right now we don't have to, because there is no one around us who can be potentially as good as we can be when we are at our best. But despite all the things, Pep would still have said to most of them that if you want to win the league this year, as much as we are better than Arsenal, because Arsenal are better, the only thing that is stopping them is the squad depth. That's the only thing that is stopping them from being serious contenders. I think if Arsenal would have squad depth similar to Manchester City, or even double to what Arsenal have currently, this yesterday's match would have been similar to Liverpool versus Manchester City of the yesteryears that you have seen. But they don't. They know that they can't compete, and even if they did win this match, they would never be able to keep it up till the end of the season. It was the similar reason why Arsenal's whatever charge was last year collapsed. So Manchester City are well aware of this fact. So similar to how Manchester United used to beat Manchester City because you know what, I'm your big daddy. So how much of a big you get, you will never get bigger than us. And they always used to beat. Yeah, definitely they had better players too. They had high caliber players. Anthony Martial, Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood. I'm so sorry, but yeah, facts are facts. So yeah, that was also another reason Manchester United did not beat Manchester City just because of the name, just because of the big name. They also beat them because of the players, but now they can't. So Manchester City can take Arsenal lightly currently, but if Arsenal keep this up for another 2 to 3 years, they will have better players, better squad depth, and finally they can stop this big daddy nonsense, stop this big daddy issue. Okay, now that we have talked about all of these things, what remains is the in-game performances. Well, the in-game was like, it might be better if we don't discuss it because, like I said, it was all mistakes. Okay, the penalty incident was the first. Like Dermot Gallagher gave a good enough reasoning for that. You can check out skysports.com, their YouTube channel. So yeah, it was like they're like they should be given, but they are normally not. But this was a first, that one of the first, and it should be given. So yeah, I'll take it. I will take it. It was definitely not a shocker or anything like that. It was unexpected, yes, but definitely not a shocker. So there was the penalty incident, and the rest of all the goals, simply mistakes. Arsenal were just getting ahead of themselves. I personally believe we played even better than we played against Brentford the other day. Amazing in the first half, simply amazing. Even in the second half we were better, but I don't know. Martinelli was absent throughout the match. I was like, why are we not using his pace? I don't know. And definitely Manchester City did not even have to bring their A game. They just collectively pushed a bit up in the second half, and Arsenal were like, just got like, why were they creating problems for themselves? And all 3 goals were like that. All the 3 goals. One thing that I did not mention, the occasion got to them. They lost the occasion. They did not lose the game. Because, I don't know, I won't call myself an analyst or something, but I have been following football for more than 15 years. I've been watching live matches for 2 to 3 plus years. So, I was like, wait a minute, Arsenal were better than City on the pitch in terms of playing football, in terms of commanding, in terms of playing fluently. Look at all the instances where Arsenal did not take their chances. First one, AD and KT header from the Zinchenko cross. He closed his eyes. Ian Wright said that. When do you close your eyes? Maybe you're afraid. Maybe you're afraid you will miss, so you self-sabotage, something like that. And there were lots of it. Saka, moment of doubt, did not hit it. I mean, when you are confident, you just take a touch and you hit it. When you are even more confident, you just hit it first time. But it was there to be hit, even after the first touch. And he took the touch, and even after then, there was a chance. But he he again, like, he thought like maybe they'll block it. It's just too slow. By Saka, that one amazing chance. He might have been offside, but still take the chance. The final Eddie Nketiah header. Yeah, we lack that. We lack that big game mentality. Eddie Nketiah is not bad in terms of skill. He lacks that big game mentality, ruthlessness. And maybe Gabriel Jesus lacks a bit of it. Maybe I'm saying. Zinchenko does not. Zinchenko is a big game player. I think we have seen that until now. PSG, when he played for City against PSG, if you remember that, the semi-final. For Arsenal against Manchester United, in the last 15 minutes against Manchester United, he was everywhere on the pitch. So he definitely is a big player. He's a big game player. But the actual big game players are seen in the boxes, where you're not scuffing. The second goal by Jack Grealish, with or without the deflection of Takehiro Tomiyasu, it was still savable from Ramsdale. I'll say it. No one else will say it, but I'll say it. It was still savable. Like, he fumbled. I mean, you might call it a bit harsh on him, but I think he fumbled. He could have been like, most of the shots that you get are in and around you. So you just have to protect your space. You don't have to. No player hardly ever scores the perfect top corner ever. The most of the shots are always around you. So you just have to protect your own space. And you know that you can protect it. You just have to stay calm until the last moment and then dive. But he fluffed and the ball went above his hand. We lost the occasion. We got intimidated. Even Saka did. I mean, yes, I think that is one of the big points that the Wright family mentioned in the post match talks, that youth versus experience. Yes, it is showing a bit, but they have to learn. They will learn. We hope. And if you are thinking about the background, it's to show that we are definitely on the path ahead. We're definitely on a good path, and the fire is still burning. Cheers.